Good morning. I teach art history. I'm from the art department, but I'm doing this in my role as chair of the General Education Committee. A recent Forbes magazine article grabbed my attention. The title read, "Why Skipping Community College Could Be a $20,000 Mistake." A student they interviewed explained his reason for attending community college. He said, "My decision to go to community college was mainly based on cost. Community college was about 1/3 of the tuition of a four-year school, and while all of the core requirements accounted for, it was my gateway into a four-year program without wasting money on unnecessary credits." I thought that sounds like a super smart idea. If I was a college student today, that's the way I'd probably go. The problem is that the Gen Ed program here at CCRI hasn't been great at helping students get all of the core requirements out of the way when they transfer, especially to RIC and URI. All of our Gen Ed courses, or of all of our Gen Ed courses, only 1/3 of them count toward the general education requirements at both RIC and URI. 2/3 of our Gen Ed courses don't fulfill the core requirements at both of the schools that our students transfer to most. Meanwhile, RIC and URI have both redesigned their Gen Ed programs in the last few years, but ours hasn't substantially changed in decades. So our students are now more out of sync than they were before. Even when our courses might count as Gen Eds at the other schools, our students may find that they have too many courses in one category and not enough in others. So what sounded like a smart idea doesn't as often work out as expected. This year, CCRI has implemented guided pathways. And to help the students in the pathways choose courses that will count toward Gen Ed at both RIC and URI, they're only given the short list of about 80 courses that do. They aren't encouraged to even look at the other 160 Gen Ed courses that we offer. So the guidance in the pathways addresses students in the pathways. But what about the students in the major degree programs? Departments with degree programs may need to revisit their Gen Ed requirements for students in their majors so that those students and the degree programs themselves aren't left behind. Well, the Gen Ed committee has been busy laying groundwork for the last 2 years to address these problems. 2 years ago, the college sent a team from the Gen Ed committee and the General Studies Task Force to the American Association of Colleges and Universities, AAC&U, General Studies Conference in Phoenix, Arizona, and then the General Studies Institute in Chicago to work with experts and Gen Ed teams from colleges across the country. As a result, we developed a plan and key strategies that we've been following to lay groundwork. First, we got out of our silo by inviting members of committees, other committees at the college to attend our meetings and regularly reporting to the Curriculum Review Committee what we've been working on. Second, we engaged the Gen Ed teams from RIC and URI, sharing our work with them and inviting them to our meetings so that we ensure that we're on the same track. We conducted educated person workshops in fall of 2017 on all 4 campuses that were attended by faculty and staff to help us identify ways to bring the definition of the educated person up to date. We then revised the educated person so it's easily understood and relevant to faculty, advising students, and transfer partners. We adopted the new definition in fall 2018. The committee also developed a list of key indicators that demonstrate the abilities of the educated person to facilitate better understanding and assessment. This was also adopted by the committee in fall of 2018. That brings us to today. This semester, the Gen Ed committee is in the process of assembling up-to-date information about all of the gen ed courses. We're in the process of determining the criteria for which gen ed courses will qualify as general education going forward. And we're discussing changes to the distribution of general education courses that we require to ensure that the program covers the educated person and facilitates transfer with minimal redundancy. Next year is going to be pivotal for general education in CCRI. The gen ed program that we now have will be grandfathered for one more year, and then next year, in consultation with the departments, all gen ed courses will go through a recertification process based on the definition of the educated person and other criteria chosen by the committee. After preliminary decisions, there'll be a response period during which departments will be able to respond. By the end of the fall semester, the committee will also need to determine the categories of general education and distribution requirements. And then in the following years, the Gen Ed committee will begin a rotating schedule of assessment of our general education program to keep it current. On assessment, an AAC&U, American Association of Colleges and University assessment tool called Value Rubrics, helped the committee identify key indicators of how well gen ed courses are meeting the objectives of the general education program. Many other schools have used these rubrics, and the revisions we've made to the educated person and key indicators will make it easy to incorporate them here at CCRI. This will allow us to periodically recertify gen ed courses and provide opportunities and a framework for new ones to be added. This year's proposed Rhode Island Promise legislation includes language to fix the problems of transfer among the gen ed programs at the 3 state colleges, possibly requiring the 3 schools to solve this problem together with a unified general education program. I'm optimistic that if CCRI strengthens our gen ed with clear criteria, a regular recertification process, and routine assessment, we'll be in a much stronger position to propose and defend gen ed courses and requirements that make sense for our students. The Gen Ed Committee has been laying the groundwork for that long game, putting our house in order so we'll be in the catbird seat. I believe that is how CCRI can best deliver the expectations of smart students who choose community college as the best way to start their college education at a good value. And we can send them on to their future success better equipped and further ahead. Thank you.